Hey Giblets, this is the one and only PsyStarcraft bringing you another audio commentary on the gayest map in the world. I'm sorry, the most dumb map in the world, Twilight Fortress. I just hate this map. It's got the joint choke. I've shown you this before, but this is a great match despite the map, so keep watching. It's going to be awesome. Even my teammate agrees. My teammate agrees this is a shit map. But again, you guys saw the intro video for SCaudios.com. It's a great site for commentaries like this. We're trying to get different race commentators to show you, different first-person views and that sort of thing, and just try to help you be as good as you can. And we also have a nice little chat room set up where you can arrange games with people or just kind of discuss games that you've played. And we've got quite a bit of traffic in there, so check out the chat room in the SC Audios as well. But let's get to the game. Here we are. I am Zerg in the top as Psy, and my teammate is Recognize. Wreck, as in Wrecking Ball. In the bottom we have Rotary Ninic, the blue Zerg, and Econ, the red Terran in the bottom left with the blue Zerg. Now, what I didn't know going into this game is that these two are actually in a party, and what that means is they're friends and they join this game together. But me and my partner, we both did random teams, so we just went into a 2-on-2 not knowing who our partner was going to be. So already we're at a disadvantage of not really knowing each other's playstyles or communicating well. These guys could be on some kind of voice communications for all we know, and we're not. But you see that my strategy was to go mutas after I get some links, and I'm not sure what he's going to be doing. But the game is underway. It is early. We'll see what everyone does and who wins and stuff like that. Spawning pool going down for the bottom Zerg. I chose to go for a faster expansion, so I did get my hatchery first. Now I'm putting down my spawning pool and my geyser. Overlord just kind of hanging out in the middle. And Recognize is sending in a scout. I actually played with Recognize last game, so we were on a random team last game and he was Zerg. And we won that one, so we're going for a 2-game winning streak in random team as being on the same team. So it's kind of weird to be randomly put up with the same teammate. This Marine's getting some exercise. Man, they must get tired. You just see them run across the map and they just never get tired. I think they should add some fatigue bars to StarCraft 2 because it's just not realistic how much units can run without taking any breaks. So I'm gonna actually put a posting on the forums telling them that they need to add fatigue to the game. It's just not realistic. I mean, seriously, leave a comment below if you agree with me, but I think it'd be a great addition to StarCraft. Not much going on right now. Blue Zerg sending an Overlord to the water. This looks like the World of Warcraft water that you see on the beaches. Go too far and you drown. Protoss getting his second gateway. He does have his cybernetics core. He's just got a stalker and a zealot right now. Not doing too much. I'm choosing to saturate my bases heavily with drones. So far I don't actually have any units. I'm not getting Zergling speed, and Entropy kind of went off on some scrub on the YouTube page in a friendly manner, of course. I'm the Terran Shiny Balloon Trick guy. Alright, Entropy. He actually showed me a replay of he basically lured a Terran out of his base with a shiny balloon overlord right outside of the supply depots and the barracks at the choke point. And right when the Terran player lowered the supply depots, he ran in with like 20 or 30 Zerglings. It was pretty hilarious. It's an older game, but it was funny nonetheless. And I guess he just owned some noob on the forum, so good to know. He's thanks for filling my time, Entropy. I couldn't really think of anything to say. Then we got 4 Marauders moving out here for the red Terran. I'm not sure if he's going to push with these. You can't really expect to do much with 4 Marauders at this point. And here I am saying uh-oh, because I do not have a thing. I do have a lair, but instead of getting a Spire right away, I was actually struggling to train tons of Zerglings because I actually thought there were more than 4 Marauders, but there really weren't. I could have had a Spire way before now. See, here are my Zerglings. And this is actually going to have a huge impact on how the game turns out because I just wasn't paying attention to how many Marauders there actually were. We've got about 7 Marauders total, and it looks like the Zerg is getting a lot of roaches. He does not have his expansion. Neither of them actually have their expansion. And I said, wahaha, I'm not sure why. When I play random teams, I'm a lot more laid back, and so I don't really care to be in position at all times, you know, injecting tons of larvae. See, this queen's got 34 energy. I'm just kind of casual and I just say goofy things to people. These 4 marauders still kind of hanging out. And again, they don't have a fatigue bar, so I'm not sure how they're able to run around so much. It just doesn't add up. Nice saturation for the Terran here. He only has 1 geyser, however. I'm not sure, you know, why he's choosing to do that when he has so many SCVs on minerals. Zerg player continuing to mass roaches. Because they're not expanding and they're massing so many units, you can kind of expect a timing attack here to come pretty soon. Just a push with those marauders and those roaches. And if you see here, we are not prepared for it. I have hardly any links and my teammate just isn't producing very much either. He's got a lot of drones on minerals and probes on minerals, and he is getting an expansion. But as far as unit count, we are way behind. I have absolutely no attacking, besides my 27 Zerglings, I have no attacking units. My ally only has 8 Stalkers and 1 Zealot. We're going up against 12 Marauders, 1 Marine, and 20 Roaches. So this is not looking good for us. This attack is going to do so much damage, we will not even be able to take this out. My Spire is up though, so I should be pumping out some Mutalisks pretty soon here. Marauders back up to wait for the roaches and they go in all together. I'm going to send in my lings to try to decoy them as much as we can. I don't want them to run all the way into our base right away. Stalker's doing as much damage as they can to the roaches, but just no match for this number of marauders and roaches. Zerglings try a feeble attempt at surrounding, but there's just not enough. They have as many roaches and marauders as I have Zerglings. But the first 4 Mutalisks are out, so they're going to do quite a bit of damage to these units that cannot attack air. The problem is there's just so many. I just can't kill them fast enough. They don't have any attack upgrades right now because my Spire hasn't been down that long. But I'm struggling to pump out a lot of Mutalisks here. You can see all these eggs. I might even have some Zerglings in the mix, but they're doing their best to try to take out these forces. It doesn't look like I'll be able to before they do kill the Nexus, however. He's trying to run with his probes. He's doing a good job of getting his probes out of there. The Marauders are focusing on the Nexus. They haven't gone to my base, which is kind of a silly mistake. I'm the one pumping the Mutalisks. I'm the one that's going to destroy this attack eventually. Why are they killing the Protoss? Here we go. Here comes the roaches to my drone line. I should be transferring my drones, but my attention is elsewhere. I do move my queen out of the way, but I'm just letting my drones get eaten up. I don't know why I didn't move them. That is a huge economic blow if I am able to take this attack out. Observer up for recognize, so he is helping out in this battle by placing that observer there and letting me see everything that I can already see, so kudos to him. He's got his drones, you know, just kind of hanging around between the high yield and my expansion, not doing too much, and I have destroyed that attack all except for these 3 Marauders who are going to come in here and try to do what they can, but I am sending out my Mutas to try to do as much damage before they respond to this air. But you'll notice I'm not going to be there in time. These turrets are going up, the spore colonies are going up a little bit later than the turrets, but you'll notice I do go for the Terran first. I quickly take out these Marines with losing no Mutalisks at all. My partner is trying to recuperate with just his expansion. My Mutalisk is taking out 1 missile turret. Probably could have taken out that 2nd missile turret, but I choose to run away. I don't want to suffer any more damage on my Mutalisks, and I'm going to look for something more vulnerable. 5 Hydras caught in the mix here. Going to take them out pretty easily. I've still got a good number of Mutalisks. 13 Mutalisks. Spore colony going up. I have some support from my Zerglings. Try to take out that spore colony. I do take out 1. The roaches are shooting down my Zerglings, but they're helping out in taking out those spore colonies, and I do get those. 5 more Hydras, but I have too many Mutas. I drop those Hydras fairly easy, but they are just so weak now, and that spore colony is going to shoot me down along with the queen here, doing a lot of damage to these Mutalisks. 2 more Hydras popping out, and I just cannot take them out, especially with those Marines coming in to help. So kind of a failed counterattack with my Mutalisks. We are in very bad position. It's essentially 2 versus 1 right now with the help of some cannons from my allies, so I do appreciate that, recognize. Thanks for those cannons. That probably helped stall a lot more time than we would have without them. No saturation at my main because I didn't transfer those drones to my expansion, but my expansion is looking a little bit better, still not as good as I'd like it to be, so I'm just going to use the next couple of minutes to just keep on pumping out lots of drones so I can get my economy up. And I know just Mutalisks are not going to win the game right now, so I have to do something drastic to try to win this, to try to get an army by myself to take out my opponent while my ally tries to rebuild. Terran and Zerg not